Hi, this is Jane with another Quick Looks. We're going to look at just a couple of new books that have come into the library. 3 of them are adult fiction, and then 1 of them is junior fiction for kids. So the first book is These Silent Woods, and it's by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. It's one of the most anticipated books that came out at the end of 2021, but we just got it into the library recently, and we have it in both book and ebook format. So the basic story in this is about a man named Cooper. That's not his real name, that's a name that he's taken on. And he lives with his 8-year-old daughter Finch off the grid in Appalachia in an old cabin. And one day a year, December 14th, Cooper's friend and the actual owner of the property where the cabin is, his name's Jake, he comes up to the cabin with supplies for Cooper and Finch that are supposed to last all year. So he only comes up one day a year, and they, live off the land by fishing and doing that stuff too, but some of the non-perishables and stuff they get from him coming up every year. So the only other person who knows that they're there is a hermit who wanders around in the forest, and his name's Scotland. He's kind of a little mysterious. You don't know too much about him, at least in the beginning. And so the book starts out on the day before Jake is supposed to arrive with their New Year's supply of non-perishable items. And the only problem is that the day comes and he does not show up. And so the story then becomes, why are Cooper and his daughter Finch isolating in the mountains anyway? I mean, what's the story behind that? What are they going to do? And what is the mystery about his past? And then Scotland, what's happened to Jake, and all of those. It's not a very long book. It's only less than 300 pages long, but it's gotten really great reviews. And like I said, it's one of the most anticipated books at the end of 2021. So that one is available right now at the library. It's pretty much brand new, and you can also get it as an ebook. Okay, the next book is called Pony. It's by R.J. Palacio, and it's a children's fiction book, so you'll find it in the junior fiction part of the library. It's a new book by the author who wrote Wonder, which is a very good book and also a good movie. Pony is about a 12-year-old boy, his name's Silas, who lives with his father in the late 1850s. So Silas's father takes photographs for a living, the old-time photographs, and one night 3 men just show up to their house, and they take Silas's father, and they're threatening him, and they want to take him away, and they're telling him he has to go with them or else bad things are going to happen. And the father refuses at that time to go with these men, but later he tells Silas that he has to go away and take care of something, and he'll be back in a week. And he won't tell Silas where he's going or what he's doing. He just says, I'll be back in a week. So Silas ends up being all alone, and then one day a pony just shows up, and when the pony shows up, Silas decides that means that he needs to set out to find his father. So this book is about Silas's journey to find his father, and I haven't read it yet, but I have read a few pages of it, and it seems really well written. I already want to read the whole book, so I think it would appeal not just to kids but to adults as well. And also throughout the whole book there's pictures, those old time pictures, the daguerreotypes and stuff like that, but they're interspersed throughout the entire book, so you have pictures to look at as well as a good book to read. But anyway, Pony is now available at the library. I'm not sure yet if we have it in ebook or audiobook format. And the third book is by a very popular author, Lisa Gardner. Her new book is called One Step Too Far, and it's a second book. I didn't think it was going to be a series at first, but it turns out it is. And the main character is a woman named Frankie, so it's not the main characters that she's had through her other series. This is a relatively new series. And so Frankie is a woman who goes all over the country trying to find missing people, like cold case missing people, and she takes on these cases and reinvestigates them. She's not a police officer, but she reinvestigates these missing person cases, and she has a real high solve rate, so she finds a lot of these missing people. Well, this case, she has to go to Wyoming, so she's out in the forest in Wyoming helping to find a young man who went missing on his bachelor party. So he and all of his groomsmen were out in the wilderness in Wyoming, and he went missing. Frankie comes to help out, and at first the people don't want her being being part of the investigation. So there's kind of a mystery into why they don't want her, what was going on out there in the forest. And then of course people start being in danger. And this book has gotten really good reviews. I've heard that it's better than some of her other books, that it's a step above. And so we have it as an ebook. I'm not sure about the digital audiobook right now, but you can get One Step Too Far, either ebook or regular standard and large print. So check this one out. And then the last recommendation, I saw this book, somebody recommended it. I saw this one. It was called The Last House on Needless Street. And somebody said, oh, you really got to check this book out. So I thought the cover was neat. And I read the little blurb on the inside of the cover, and it sounded so neat that I thought I would just read the inside jacket cover to let you know what the story is about. So this book is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. And it says, in a boarded up house on a dead end street at the edge of the wild Washington woods lives a family of 3. A teenage girl who isn't allowed outside, not after last time. A man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory. And a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. An unspeakable secret binds them together, but when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. The Last House on Needless Street is an immersive and shocking journey that will keep you guessing until the last page. And so it has starred review from Publishers Weekly. And like I said, I really like the cover, so I'm going to give this one a try. And it's also one of the most anticipated books of the year, and it's already been recommended by some other patrons. So hopefully you'll give some of these books a try, and we'll see you the next time. Bye!